How's it? Today is Saturday, October 5th, and I am choosing good habits. Today is a front squat and sumo deadlift day. I did not elect to front squat yesterday because my upper back was cramping. And there's a very big distinction between cramping and like my upper back being sore. I wanted to say that today. It's it felt like if I stretched properly, then my upper back tightness would have totally disappeared. I just didn't have the luxury of doing that. I didn't have time to do that. And I feel like it's completely fine. Like today, I feel a little bit of like tightness in that area, but it's not as like quote unquote like I don't feel the discomfort that I was feeling yesterday. Yeah, I think I made the correct decision to not front squat yesterday, and doing them today was, I mean, still pretty challenging. I feel like my hips just feel a little bit out of place. They don't feel as strong as they did, like, a couple weeks ago. But here's my first set at 130. I just did 2 sets of 3. Last week I did 125 for 2 sets of 3 on the Friday. So trying to just progress things week to week. I'm trying to look at things like 2 weeks at a time. So like if I look at last week, then I look at this week as well. And next week I will look at this week plus next week, if that makes sense. So that I don't have to really like look back. Oh, real quick, watch this. Watch my heels on this one. This is crazy. Ooh. Yeah. I think the way that I'm looking at it is it doesn't make me feel like I'm not getting anywhere, if that makes sense. Like I feel like the progression that I'm having like week to week is sufficient for me to be pretty happy and pretty proud with the way the training has been going. So I'm gonna just try to keep staying on that trajectory. Yeah, today's deadlifts were honestly a little weird. I felt like my lats cramping as well, like to the point where I couldn't like move my arm after some of these sets, and I would probably attribute that to me taking Wednesday off and then having Thursday, Friday, and then today lifting, because normally I don't do that. Normally I have the Thursday off, so all of the movements that I do on Friday are like completely fresh, and so that means that Saturday is only one day removed from being fresh. Here is my first set of my deadlifts here at 155, which again is 5 kilos up from last week. These move super well, aside from my lats feeling like they're super super tight. It's mostly my left side, and I'm just like, this doesn't. I don't think this should be feeling the way that it does. And then when I take a step back, it's like, okay, yeah, it makes sense that I feel this way just because of how much I was like, or I guess how different the week has gone. And if I do the rows that I did on Thursday, normally I do those on Wednesday, then I have a whole day to just be like active recovery. So yeah. After my deadlifts here, I did some bench presses. Did 65 on the dumbbell bench press. Oh, right here, you see my lats kind of being super tight. But yeah, I did 65 pounds here for just some dumbbell bench presses. I know that I pressed overhead pressed on Tuesday, and I'm very happy that I was able to do that. But I don't want to necessarily reach for too much in such a short amount of time. So maybe next week, if my overhead press is fine again, maybe do another another session with sets of 10. Then maybe next Saturday I can flat bench on or the barbell bench press, and that might make a lot of progress for me. But today was real simple, a little catch up day for what I missed yesterday. Really sweaty, but yeah, that's it for today. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. Shoots.